Hey guys, I should say welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of something different. I'm going to be putting a lot of powders on my face. As I'm looking at the stuff here that I have laid out. It's just going to be a little different. It's going to be one of the looks that I have not done yet. Well, the products I have not used together yet. So it will be a very interesting video. So first things first, I'm going to start with my eyes. I'm actually using a different eyeshadow primer today, shockingly. I'm using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. It is this little guy right here. This is one of the new products that I had gotten about a month ago now. It came with a eyeshadow palette, one of the Lorac eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to put this on my eyelids as my eye is bothering me right now. There we go. So when you squeeze it out, it's kind of dirty, but it's a white substance and it's at an angled end, so you can literally just put it on your eye. This one, I like this eyeshadow primer because it is more tacky and it helps with the actual, like if I were to use today the Lorac eyeshadow palettes, it works best with that. So it works best with its own stuff. Just gonna blend that out a little bit. There we go. Next, I will be using the Pure Cosmetics Revolution eyeshadow palette. This one is the smaller version. It is the 6.8 gram size palette. There is the front of it. You open it up and you get a mirror and 6 shades. I'm showing you them upside down because the mirror will reflect off the camera. The matte shade, the only matte shade in this palette is About Face, which is the red and maroon color, which is this one here. Everything else is sparkly or glittery based. So I'm going to start with the About Face, which is that red color. And the brush that I'm using is a Real Techniques brush. It is, part of the Diamond Collection. The brush number is 200. It looks like this. So it's a small little crease brush. It is a little dirty, so excuse me on that one. With the eyeshadows, they are powdery, but they are good. So I'm going to put that matte color in my crease. And this brush is nice and fluffy and it feels so soft. I really like it, honestly. I used to use this eyeshadow palette all the time until I bought more eyeshadow palettes. Then I stopped using it. It's like a new toy. You used to play with a new toy and then you buy a different new toy and then you stop playing with the one you originally had. There's dirt on my face. Okay. I am so excited. I'm filming 2 videos in 1 week, which is a step up for me. Usually I don't do that. I would like to eventually start filming the 2 once a week or 3 once a week and upload, but it is a slow process. Okay, so that shadow is on the crease, ready to go. Next, I'm debating. So the next color right next to this is called Formation. It is a brown glitter. Or there's Superior, which is a purple glitter. I think I'm gonna go with the brown glitter and then use the purple glitter as my lid. So I will show you. So Formation is right here. It's hard to tell because the lighting in here, I don't have the best lighting. But if you have the palette yourself, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm just going to use that same brush and put it on top of that crease color that I just did. I'm not going to put a whole lot because in these shades there is a lot of glitter. A whole lot of glitter. And I'm going to go back in and put some red, some of that red shade on top of that. Next, I'm going to take some more eyeshadow primer and put it on my lid. I'm not necessarily doing a cut crease, but I am going to make the center of my eye a little bit more smooth so it's not so messy. By doing that, I'm going to use the eyeshadow primer. And I'm literally just going to take whatever's left on top of this and apply it to my eyelid. And squeeze just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit out. I should probably use a brush for this, but it is what it is. Here we go. Okay, next I'm going to be taking this little flat brush here. I don't know what brand it is. I got it for free from a gift from somebody from Valentine's Day, so It's a cute little brush. I should ideally use a bigger brush, but my bigger flat brushes are dirty. So I'm going to use this little tiny one. I'm going to place that purple color where I put the primer. And this purple color is called Superior. This one also has a lot of glitter in it too as well. So just be careful. And let's see, I'm gonna see if I have a small brush. Okay. So I don't have a small brush to blend it out, so I'm just gonna wipe down the brush that I just used. And smooth out those edges just a little bit. This palette doesn't really give you a good opportunity to make different eye looks. For me so far I've just made this eye look, or I've just used one shade for my eye, which doesn't really do a whole lot, but you can still use it. So next I'll be going onto my face. I'm going to be using a different primer this time for my face. I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It is this one here. I like this one because it feels really nice and it feels like a gel. I believe it is a gel. No, it's silicone. That's what it is. It smells like silicone and it feels like silicone. And it doesn't feel greasy or heavy either, like some other products do. As I have stuff in my nose. There we go. So I just dabbed a little on my finger, and then I'm taking my other finger and just priming my whole face because my whole face needs to be primed. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the same foundation as I did last time. Got a new beauty blender. I'm gonna prep that first really quickly. Okay. And I use the Rose Water Pearl Essence Hydrating Face Mist. This one here. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Peach Natural. There we go. For a lot of my foundations, I tend to shake them up. This foundation is great. It just doesn't match my skin right now because of the change of the seasons. What I do like about this foundation is it tends to try to match your skin. It doesn't oxidize, for me anyways, and it tries to make it look like it's your skin, but it's truly foundation. The downside is it smells like wall paint. If you don't like the smell of paint, don't buy it. paint sometimes smells really bad. And yeah, that's one thing about this foundation that I do not like. Okay. So I'm going to put foundation on my face, which I just did, and I'm going to blend it all out. This does great at, it's not full coverage. Let's see what it says. Tested under 7 light conditions with top smartphone models with and without flash. Light to medium. That's the color range. There we go. All I know is a couple layers of this and you can get full coverage. That is what I truly do know, because I've tested it out. And I will add some more to my face, or else my face will look patchy, and I don't want it to look patchy. I'm just gonna swivel my chair this way. I'm going to add a little under my eyes and then a little bit more on my face. There we go. Today I'm also using a new setting powder. I haven't really used it before, so this will be an interesting video on that one too. So we will find out what it does with the products on my face. Here we go. Next, I will be going in with the Maybelline Age Rewind. I almost said mascara, but it's not mascara. Age Rewind Concealer. It's in the shade Light. This is probably too light for me. She looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. There we go. And it screws on the top here. The only downside about this product is the bacteria of the sponge. You can't really clean the sponge off. So, yeah. And last time I used this, I did notice that I started breaking out on my chin. So, probably won't use this or buy this product anymore once I run out of it. One thing I don't like about this product is it's kind of hard to blend out, but it does give you some sort of coverage. I know now I'm starting to get severe lines under my eyes, and with some products, if you don't set it, you'll get creases in those lines, like the product goes into those lines and you can tell. So we will find out if the setting powder I'm going to set with today does a very good job with that. So it may not look like it on the screen, but everything is blended out. Next, I'm so excited for the product that we're going to be using next. Next, we're going to do like a 5-in-1 type of situation. It is from Ulta Beauty, the company, not the store. Same thing, but it's a product from that company. It is a range of bronzers, highlighters, blush, and setting powder. It looks like this. So this far one is a matte bronzer, then a sparkly bronzer. This can be used as a setting powder, but it does have glitter in it, so I would recommend to use it as a highlighter, blush, and then this is the banana setting powder. This, I believe it came with the last time I shot a video, it came with the lipstick from last time's video in that gift set thing. I don't know if they sell this thing individually or not, but that's what I know. So I'm going to actually add this bronzer. This setting powder here, it is very yellow. My skin is not very yellow. It is called the banana setting powder. All I'm going to do is set under my eyes and my chin. I'm not going to set my nose because then my face will look extra yellow. So we will find out what this does. And I literally have not used it yet. I've used everything else but that. This is powdery. Okay. So stuff comes on the brush, but not really on my face. Okay, my brush is coated. I don't see any yellow on my face, so we're just gonna roll with the punches here, I guess. I'm assuming you'd have to use a lot of this to really get it, like to really see it on your face instead of like a translucent white powder where you can see that right away. This, I'm not seeing anything. Like I can tell, but not really. And that squeaking is probably my chair because I have a rotating chair. This stuff is very powdery. Okay. As that is setting on my face, I'm going to go to the other side of the palette and use this bronzer. I have used this bronzer before. It's very nice. It's just you get a lot in one tap. So just be careful. Oh, and that brush that I used to set my face was a Real Techniques buffing brush. So ideally it's supposed to be used to buff in foundation. This next brush I'm using is another Real Techniques, but it's a sculpting brush. So I'm using it what it's supposed to be used for. There we go. I'm going to bronze my face. This one is the Cool Matte Bronzer. Cool Matte Bronzer. I will put all the products' names in the description box below this video So if you guys want to buy these products or don't want to buy the products or do whatever you want with them, you have the names of them. My chair is so squeaky. There we go. Oh, my face is breaking out. Good Lord. I'm going to take just a little bit and sculpt my nose. And then I'm actually going to go in with some powdered foundation and wipe away the banana foundation. Oh, now I can tell. So I'm using the Pure Cosmetics powdered foundation. It's in the shade Tan. And I'm using that same buffing brush that I used a few minutes ago. And you can still see the big bags under my eyes, but that's always going to be there. I don't drink enough water, so there's that. Just gonna dab my face with the rest of the powder. I got a big giant pore right here, and it's never going away, and I don't know what it's from, so it is what it is. Next I will be adding blush, which I haven't done in a while, and highlighter and mascara, and I'm actually going to go back into that eyeshadow palette and add some of that light colored into my inner corner. Let's see, what do I want to do first? I will do highlighter first. I'm actually going to use my finger this time because, nope, never mind. I found a clean brush. I'm using the Ulta brush from last time I made a video. This little fluffy brush. It came with that palette that I used today and then the lips that I used last video. The lipstick that I used last video. I'm using the same highlighter. It's from the company The Balm. It's the Mary Lou sample size. She looks like this. When you open it up, it looks like this. So you can tell I've been using it in the same Ulta brush here. I like this highlighter because it shows up right away. And it's so pretty. I like gold highlighters, they're really nice. And then put some on my nose. Okay. Next, I'm going to actually put mascara on so I have time for that to dry. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to put the inner corner of my eye first. So So I'm going to go back in with the Pure Cosmetics Revolution eyeshadow palette. Now I'm going to go into this bright pink shade here. It is called Flux. And then I'm just using a black little winged eyeliner brush because everything else is dirty. And I'm going to put that color in my inner corner. You guys can't see it that well because of the lighting in the room. Soon I will get better lighting. I'm going to scoop forward a little bit so you can kind of tell there and there. But just a little bit more. There we go. Then I will be going in with mascara. I'm using the Cargo Cosmetics Better Than Waterproof Mascara. It is this little sample size one again too. Where I used to work, I used to get little sample ones, little free sample ones all the time. I don't anymore because I don't work there anymore. But it is what it is, and this is some good stuff. And this one, I think I just opened this one like a couple of weeks ago, but never used it. So there is a lot of product in here, and the product is really thick and goopy. So if you don't like thick and goopy mascara, don't buy it. Okay, so while that is drying, I'm going to put my lips on and put blush on. So we're going to do blush first. So for blush, as my nose itches, I'm using another Real Techniques brush. It is the contour brush. I like this brush because it is this rounded tip here, and if you want to pinpoint a place, you can do that with this brush. And the blush product I'm using is the BH Cosmetics 10 color blush palette. It is the Glamorous, good lord, blush palette. Looks like this, so it's pretty big, and she reads like that. When you open it up, you get a lot of shades. You don't get a mirror, but you get a lot of them. So these over here, they look orange, but they're really like a nude light pink. This one up here, I'm going to be using this color up here. This is the only glitter shade in of the light colors. No, I lied. Actually, there's there's 5 mattes and 5 glitters. I lied. I lied. So I'm going to be using this matte shade up here. And these colors are very pigmented, so you do not need a whole lot. The first time I used this palette, I used the dark red, and I didn't realize how pigmented they were, and I went all out. So I look like a clown for a little bit the first time I used them. So there is that, and it was this red over here that I used. I'm actually going to, there we go, so you can see how vibrant that is versus when I do it like this. So when the light hits it, you can actually see the true colors. So blush is done. Next is my lips. I already primed my lips with chapstick, so I am good with that. I'm using two different lip products today. The first one I'm using is Laura Geller Love Me Dew Lips Crayon. There we go. It looks like this. Scoot it closer. There we go. And when you open it up, it's a big crayon, and you can twist the bottom to make it bigger. So I'm actually not going to line my lips with a lip pencil. I'm going to line my lips with this, and I'm going to color in my lips with the same product. I like this because it's like a one and done situation, and two, it does not make your lips dry. It moisturizes it. It's just very nice. The next product I will be using is Ulta Beauty Mineral Lip Gloss in the shade Pink Topaz. It is not glitter, so it's not matte, so it's just a gloss. It came with this palette here and that highlighter brush that I used. It's this little mini thing here. And the shade name, I don't know if you can see that, but it's on the back. So it's like this, as big as my thumb, really. It's tiny, but it works. And it has this little spoolie here. This is a little tacky, not too much, but it does its job, and it does its job very well. I'm looking around to see if I missed anything. I didn't miss anything. So next and last final step is setting spray using the NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. I'm actually going to scoot back, then scoot back in because my arms are too long. Whew. So some mascaras, when you spray your face, the setting spray actually makes them stick together, and then you get them under your eye. So the trick to do that is to do your mascara before you have anything else left to do, instead of doing your mascara last and then setting your face, because then your mascara is dry. So that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I can get some better lighting so you can see more details better, but that's okay. I will be uploading soon again, and I will put down below the products that I used today, and I will see you soon. Bye.